Now, let's delve into urban legends across the states of the United States. Have you heard about the bridge that spans Windyville and Lebanon in Missouri? People often whisper to each other never to stop at that bridge at night because it is very close to a children's playground, and there have been numerous claims that some children have died there. They say that at night you can hear the laughter and voices of children, and if you happen to stop at that bridge, your car may start moving on its own, gradually gaining speed even when the engine is off. People in Cleveland, Tennessee often whisper about an urban legend called Tall Betsy. Essentially, on Halloween night you must be home before 10 p.m. or else Tall Betsy will catch you, and she will take you to her tomb at Fort Hill Cemetery. If you can't escape the grave before sunrise, congratulations, you have the honor of becoming her breakfast. In Rochester there is another urban legend about the castle of the lady in the white gown. The story revolves around a woman without a husband but became pregnant. She later gave birth to a beautiful daughter, and the two of them lived happily together in a castle by Lake Ontario. The mother always wanted to protect her daughter from the prying eyes of the men around. However, one night, the daughter went for a walk by the lake and suddenly disappeared. Since then, the girl never returned. People began to say that they saw a woman in a white nightgown walking along the water's edge, searching for her daughter while crying in a haunting manner. In Columbus, Georgia, there is a bridge called Cry Baby. It is located outside of the town and surrounded by a thick forest. Now no one wanders around it anymore because it has become the land of a farm. The legend tells that a woman X'd her child from the bridge down below, and then she also ended her own life. So if you park your car on that bridge, you can hear the sound of a CR-ing baby faintly, and when you look out to the edge of the forest, you will see a woman in a white dress. In Mobile, Alabama, USA, there is an urban legend about the Church Street graveyard and an oak tree named Boyington. It's a story about a man named Boyington who was hanged for a crime he was accused of committing. Despite pleading his innocence, no one believed him. Finally, he said that if he were truly innocent, an oak tree would grow from his grave after his death. Just a few days after his burial in the Church Street graveyard, an oak tree indeed sprouted. To this day, it has grown into a majestic ancient oak tree. The Bunnyman Bridge urban legend in Washington, D.C. is considered one of the most terrifying urban legends by Americans. In 1904, a bus carrying psychiatric patients crashed straight into the bridge, resulting in the death of most patients and the driver. However, 2 patients survived. One was quickly apprehended, but the other escaped into the deep woods. Subsequently, local residents claimed that hundreds of rabbits were found end and hung from trees. Every year on Halloween, people still report seeing a man wearing a bunny mask and wielding an axe standing on the bridge. This image has haunted the entire community, especially children. In Chicago, there's a legend about the reincarnation of Mary. In 1930, a woman named Mary was struck and killed by a taxi driver who fled the scene. She was later buried by the locals in an extravagant evening gown. However, many people claim to have seen Mary's spirit afterward. She would often hitch a ride and then via NISH. In some variations, Mary is said to seduce men at nightclubs and then simply evaporate into the air. Mary never harmed anyone in these stories. In the city of Nebraska, there is a man accused of murdering his 7 daughters by hanging each one from a large tree on a hill. Consequently, the road passing through that hill is named Seven Sisters, the Road of the Seven Sisters. Many claim that when driving along this road, the car radio and lights constantly flicker. Others say they have seen the spirit of a woman or even heard her chilling voice. In Oviedo, Florida, there is something called the Oviedo Lights. In general, it resembles ghostly flickering flames and often appears on a bridge across a river. Many believe these are spirits that specialize in chasing cars and causing horrifying apparitions for vehicles passing through at night. It's worth noting that there are no street lights on this bridge as it is in a rural area. So people still believe that they are the main cause of frequent accidents in this area. In Louisville, Kentucky, there is a legend about the Pope Lick Monster. It is a creature that is half human, half goat, with some sheep-like features. This creature has haunted people who pass through the railroad bridge in Louisville, USA. What's frightening is that it can mimic human voices and lure its victims onto the railroad tracks when a train is approaching. In Rome, Georgia, there is Berry College, a private liberal arts college founded by Mafia Berry. Legend has it that Mafia Berry's ghost still resides on the attic of an old house on the campus. There is a popular story about a girl living with her mother in that house. The girl's mother often saw her talking to someone, but no one could be found in the house. One night, when the girl happened to see a picture of Mafia Barry, she told her mother that it was the woman she often talked to. In the 1980s, in the suburban outskirts of Philadelphia, children became terrified of a character named Mr. Hobo. He was a man living alone in a dilapidated house deep in the woods. Rumors circulated that Mr. Hobo intensely disliked children, and he would chase, BEAT or even KILL those who dared to bother or trespass into his rundown house. And this is Creep Factor. Thank you for taking the time to watch the entire video. And if you like this video, please click like, share and subscribe to the channel for more interesting contents.